Right on time. Arriving precisely when I mean to. Oh, that was bad. I missed it big time that time. How's it going, everybody? That was because I thought Restream updated the title, but it didn't. Oh. Guess I'll head to bed. Dr. Z starts his stream. Sorry, Sai. How you been, by the way? How you been? Hope I can learn all this fast. Hey, everyone, I'm new. Kistia. Kistia? Sorry if I say that wrong. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure you'll learn something. From Czech, now in Thailand quarantine. Ooh, that sounds awful. Willem, that sounds awful. Violent Pooh is here, everybody! Woo! Yes! It's been too long, amigo. It's been too long. I'm sure you've been working too hard, and I've been streaming too early. But thank goodness you're here. Good morning. Was just about to go to bed. Guess I'll stay up a bit longer. Oh, thanks, Tony. Life's just clashed with streams recently. I can understand that. Listening in the car rather than watching. Well, that's good. I'll try and keep it from being too boring while you're in the car. Eyes on the road. How many years have you been doing the 12 streams? This is the 3rd year, Phil. This is the 3rd year. I think this is actually number 11 out of the 12. Violent Pooh definitely has been missed, huh, Jeff? Charlie! I was showing my kids where Reynosa is on the map the other day. You're going into lockdown on Boxing Day? Oh, no, Nick. No. All right, Martin's here, too. Good to see you, too, Jed. That worked then. My new Dr. Z stream sensor told me the doc went live. Yes! Awesome! Awesome, awesome. I had to go get the mail because something came in the mail for me today. I think this is it. Ooh, let's watch the Ender printing instead of that blank page. Is this not going? Oh, it's not going. Print. Okay. So I got here on my little desk of awesomeness. Let there be light. So I got here a couple things from this L Labs company, and I've not tried anything from them before. And I bet you, gosh, 99% of the time these days when I get something from, an offer from a company like, hey, check this out, I just say no thanks. So I just don't have the time or the desire. But these guys have a new Zigbee dongle. Oh, that's cool. And they include good stickers. This one says, "My home is smarter than me," and then that's a cool Zigbee sticker. I actually like that Zigbee sticker. So this little dongle, their dongles are not cheap. I think we're on par with like the Conbi 2. You know, what's the Conbi 2 cost? Like $35 or something. I think these were $20 and $30 respectively. More stickers. But what really intrigued me on this was they have a Pi hat, I guess it's called. Right? So if you're using a Raspberry Pi to run Home Assistant, this is a Zigbee dongle that plugs into the GPIO pins. So it doesn't stick out of the USB port. So that's really cool. I'm going to put that to good use at some point. And then they just have this other sort of regular dongle. It's pretty low profile. And they say, according to what they told me in the email, they say it's supposed to be better than the like the $4 Sonoff one, which for 20 or 30 bucks, it better be better than the $4 Sonoff one. So I'm going to try this one. And we tried some Zigbee stuff on the Home Assistant Blue the other day. Some of you may recall that was here that we had trouble with it recognizing, with the Blue recognizing the USB devices, these USB devices anyways. So L Labs Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee.
Oh, the Zigbee.
I think we're going to have to use that one a few times tonight.
Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee.
L
Oh,
Labs.
the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee.
Zigbee.
Oh, the Zigbee.
Yep, so this is this one. Oops, you can't see it, but it's there, I promise. So that's this guy. This one's 30 bucks. Supposed to be fancy. Supposed to be good. I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully. And then the other one on here is only 20 bucks then. Where's the other one? Shop. Zigbee Raspberry Pi Shield. This one. 20 bucks. I like this idea here. You plug that into Raspberry Pi like that. Sweet, eh? Sweet. Am I still doing markers for the stream? You know what? I haven't been doing markers for the stream, Pooh, but I have been doing some chopping up of it. Man, if you ever feel like doing that anymore, I would start chopping, or I would start doing it again. But no, I haven't been. I got so many distractions already. Is the Home Assistant Blue suffering the same issue as the Pi 4 SSD where you need a USB extension to get it to work? It could be, Tony. That may be exactly what's happening. I have not done the research to determine what the problem is, but from reports thus far, it does appear that that is the problem. So we're going to find out tonight. I have some time to take a look at some streams. Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm not sure which ones of the last 3 or 4 would be good ones, but there's little bits of good stuff in several of them. So maybe just watch them in 2 times speed and grab what you think is important. I would be completely in favor of, it doesn't even have to be like a coherent 15-minute video. Like if there's something that answers a 30-second, or something that answers a question and it's 30 seconds long, man, let's clip that out and we'll put it up and people can just reference it real quick and simple, get the answer you need. You don't need a 15-minute answer every time. Were you ever able to get the QuadCube working with the Sonoff Zigbee dongle? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Yusuf. I did get it working. My assumption at this point is it's not paired any longer. I don't believe it's paired any longer. Oh, you're a good man, Violent Pooh. You're a good man. We've missed you around here. I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you're back. Thanks for being here with us, as always. Marcus, I would totally watch him at 2 times speed. I don't feel bad. I don't talk fast enough. Nick's ready? Nick's willing too? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk, Nick, because I could definitely use some help. Bloop, 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 bloop. What am I printing, Ray Cruz says? What am I printing? I am printing, actually I can show you my little camera. I'm printing one of these. So, see if I have enough wire here. Yeah, I do. This guy here, man, that camera's looking good tonight, isn't it? This guy here is the evolution of the Pixel Pro, which I think I was telling you guys about the other day. So the Pixel Pro is sort of my version of an LED controller. It's different than the Dig Uno and Dig Quad, and Quindor and I communicate about these things all the time to make sure that we are cooperating and not competing. But anyways, this is the latest version. Oh, Quindor's here too. There it is. This is it, Quindor. This is what I was printing is just a little slippery or a slidey on case for this little guy, but it's just a little bit too big. See that? I tried to get it just as small as possible, and it's just a little bit not big enough. So I made it 1 millimeter bigger, and I'm printing another one. So that's what that is. I love 3D printing stuff. Man, it's awesome. It's like a sleeve. That's right. It's like a sleeve. How did the lid for the mug come out? Oh, did you not get to see it? Oh, came out awesome, actually. So because this was on the Moore extruder, it's a little bit beat up looking, right? It's not nearly the detail of the regular Ender. Let's see. Turn down the light a little bit so it's not quite so bright. But yeah, this is what the lid looks like smoke coming up out of there, and it's kind of on threads, And that looks pretty nasty inside, but I haven't cleaned it out yet. Anyways, yeah, it turned out good. I was happy with it. For the amount of time that it takes to print these, which is really short, they came out really, really good. Really, really good. I do got to clean that one up a little bit, don't I? But overall, it's pretty sweet. Though they are addressable LED boards, yes. And right now, I think I'm about out of those, the Pixel Pros. I haven't checked the website yet, or today, but I was pretty close to out, if I'm not out yet. But there's never going to be well, maybe there will be an end, but there's no end in sight for the evolution of LED controllers. And Quindor's doing a really amazing job of he's doing it the right way, you know? Like what's worse than like buying a piece of gear and then somebody comes out with something right after that makes what you have obsolete, right? So Quindor's putting a lot of effort into making sure that we're not making previous controllers obsolete with, new improvements. Everything's going to improve, right? You're always going to have something new and something better. We work on things and we make them better. And that's the great part about being human. It's one of the things we do. But we don't want to make it so that everybody who uses a DigUno or DigQuad or something is all of a sudden, replacing what they had. So anyways, that's what I'm printing. That was a scroll and a half.
Huh?
Have had some unique and good features to help. That's right. Get some good features. No, I just saw the stream was live. Oh, that's okay, Howard. You haven't missed much. It's been like 10 minutes, man. I haven't even really started focusing on anything. I barely started talking about these. I already closed the website, so you can't see them now. But I barely started talking about some of these new Zigbee. I got a little company here that sent me some Zigbee dongles that I want to try out. How to get started editing YAML files, how to access them, etc. I have a blue I'm starting with. Okay, Paul. You know what? Let's, over the last couple streams, I did start sort of a little bit, but I will just go ahead and tell you what you would need. As I celebrate all these new subscribers, thank you, Lucas, and I missed most of the name of the person that was right before that. Was like Kim something, maybe there was a K in it somewhere. Thank you guys for subscribing. And Chris Evans, thank you also very much. Christopher Evans. Has anyone bought the Ender V2? Yes, me. That's what that is right there, man. That is the Ender V2. And I was just watching a video about it the other day about, the differences between the Ender V2 and the Ender Pro. And the guy I was watching seemed to know what he was talking about. He was saying that the Ender V2 has a lot, if not all, of the improvements of the Pro. There was a couple things he would suggest changing, but I have loved it. This thing makes great prints. I mean, I could turn that back on there, but just this isn't even the like fine, this is 0.2 millimeter layers instead of 0.12 millimeter layers. It could get even smaller, and I'm sure you can't see it, but there are barely any lines to see. This got a little bit of an edge because I had a brim on it because I printed it standing up like that. I didn't want it to tip over. So, but I have loved my Ender 3 V2. I would buy another one like that if Mrs. Z's would let me. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I didn't have to do anything to it. He says to the one guy I was watching said, man, oh man, thanks everybody. Choo choo. The one guy I was watching said to do to upgrade the springs under the bed, which is that's probably gonna be the first thing that I'm gonna do because you do have to adjust it, level the bed every once in a while. It's not hard to level the bed though. Leveling the bed takes like a minute, minute and a half. It's really pretty fast to level. And then the other thing that it does, he said to replace there's like something about where the Bowden tube feeds in and something about chewing up your filament, and so it's a place to get it done. What am I using to slice? I'm using Cura. Man, oh man, we are just going bonzo with the subscriptions. Thanks, everybody. Welcome. Is version 5 worth the upgrade over version 3 in terms of quality? I know the 5 is bigger. I can't say that. I don't know, Roman Keys. I don't know about quality. I can just tell you that the Ender 3 is a solid printer. And it's not big, but it's big enough. I mean, it's rare. I printed these on it. Like this big old honking mug here. I mean, I printed this on my Ender 3 V2. And it took I think it was about 24 hours, something like that. So, I mean, how much bigger do you need, really? I think you could probably print a helmet on there. Violent Pooh just subscribed. I love that guy. Do I have a warning? Oh, yeah, that warning. I don't know how to get rid of that. It's been working fine. I don't remember. I looked up something about it when I first got the printer, and I just haven't done whatever it needs to do to make the thing go away, but it should be fine. That was an impressive 3D print, right? Thing's awesome. Home Assistant for Home Assistant stuff, that should do it. Exactly and agreed. Oh yeah, totally. Right? It's a pretty good size. Hey Henry, how are you, man? Raspy's here too. Mark, he's edited videos in the past. Oh, good. Yes, excellent. Thank you guys. Oh, we could have a total video editing channel. Could you print a car? A little piece at a time. And update the firmware. Oh, that was another thing, Ray. For the V2, what this guy says was you don't actually need to do, I think it was a bootloader that you needed in the past. The Ender 3 V2 has the bootloader already installed. So all you have to do to upgrade the firmware is download the firmware on an SD card, put it in, and boot it up. That was part of the video I watched as well. Tima! Man, I haven't seen you in a while. Tima, how you been, man? Namaste. I was listening to my mindfulness book on the way to work this morning. What's the max length data wire between WS2812B strips? So that's I wish I had a single answer for you there, Ravdi. It's going to depend. You're talking about jumping a gap, like you put a strip and then you cut it and you jump a gap and then you keep going. I mean, I've done it more than 10 feet with 5-volt strips and not had a problem, but I've seen other people or heard other people, write me and say that they had, 5 or 6 feet and they had a hard time. So I don't know. Which firmware did you use for your dongle in the past? I have used, which firmware? Oh gosh. Well, I only flashed one of them myself. It's actually the one that's sitting in the blue right now. I've only flashed one of them myself, and I don't remember. It was whatever was on the Zigbee to MQTT website at the time with the instructions, because that's what I used. And then I've used, as far as the software, so that's the device that you put on the dongle. I don't remember what it was called, but it's whatever the Zigbee to MQTT recommended, and it's the same firmware that's on the Sonoff $4 dongle as well. And then I've used 3 of the different softwares. I've used Zigbee to MQTT, ZHA, which is Zigbee Home Automation, and Decons. My favorite is Zigbee Home Automation, ZHA. Decons is pretty good, but I think if I was going to go with a number 2, it might be Zigbee to MQTT at this point. How's the range on them? In limits? Yeah, there is a limit, but what you can do is get yourself some kind of a powered Zigbee device. Like I have, so my Zigbee dongles are up here and I'm up on the 2nd floor, and we have a 1st floor and we have a basement. And I do have some devices in the basement, like some temperature sensors. And what I did was took I think it was a Xiaomi smart plug that's Zigbee, and I paired it, and then I put it down in the 1st floor, kind of directly below where I am. And it actually works great. That's all I've done for a relay of the signal, and it works. If I take that out, like I can tell if all of a sudden my temperature sensors in the basement drop off. It's happened a couple times, and in both cases it was because somebody, meaning, some well-meaning wife, or maybe it was a kid, I don't know, unplugged that Zigbee receptacle. And so I just plugged it back in and boop, pop back up. All right, so I'm going to focus on this stuff for a minute. And when you have questions, use the ask, use the tilde ask, tilde ask, and they will go in a special channel on Discord, and then I will peek at them from time to time. Okay? I'm going to pull that channel up right now, and there we go. In the meantime, let us first see if, I was going to tell somebody about the sacrificial goat. I was going to tell the tilde. It's the tilde. I was going to tell somebody about how you edit YAML files in the blue. So yeah, there's nothing special about the blue with this, but what you do, or the best way, what I will tell you to do, especially since you're running the blue, is install the Visual Studio Code add-on. So if you just go to the add-on store, under the community add-ons, Home Assistant community add-ons, there will be one called Visual Studio Code. Just add this. And this will run great on the blue. It struggled a bit on the Raspberry Pi. If at any point you feel like it is struggling too much, like it's just slow to load or anything like that, which I don't know yet. I haven't converted everything over to my Home Assistant Blue, so I don't know for sure if it's, how it's going to keep up. I assume it's going to keep up very well, but I don't know. If I were to start to see struggling from Visual Studio Code, then I would go to the text. Is it just called the editor or something? A text editor? What's it called? I have always referred to it as the configurator-inator. And Frank made me a button that made it the configurator-inator on my Home Assistant display, so I don't remember now what it's called. But I think it's just a file editor or edit file or something like that. It's in here somewhere. It's the same kind of thing as Visual Studio Code. It's just very, very simple. Very lightweight, very simple. IDE. What's this? Is it this? No, I don't think it's this, is it? Not Cloud IDE. Nope. That's another one, though. That's another one. Yeah, I think it's just a file editor. And I don't know why I can't find it, but it's this one. File editor. This is like the simplest, lightest weight one. So use this one if you are on a Raspberry Pi or if you think it's going to struggle. Frankie, I think the onboard space is adequate for the blue, but I think the option's there if you wanted to do it. All right? If you wanted to do an external drive. If you wanted to make it a media server, which you could also do, right? There's like, now that we have the media browser, whatever it was called, media browser. Now that we have this, you can actually load like a bunch of media, songs, and I don't remember if it plays movies or not. I don't think it does, but songs at least. You can load a bunch of MP3s onto your hard drive for the blue, and then you can play them from any browser where you bring up Home Assistant. That's really awesome. But you have to store them on there. Okay, so that's how you get the text editor to edit YAML files. And then the next part of it is really just going to be a matter of, why is this so bright? It's in my face. It's too bright. It's going to be just a matter of going in here and editing these. And if you're just starting out with YAML, your biggest issue is going to be formatting. So something like Visual Studio Code is extra helpful for that too. It'll tell you when you've got something wrong. I don't have anything in any of these right now. Oh, that's funny. Okay, but let's go see. Now, because I have installed already right now a Zigbee dongle in this thing. Let's see if it is recognized right off the bat. So let's go to the integrations and let's install ZHA, Zigbee Home Automation. Right there. Oh, it's not finding it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug in this other one. Oh, the Zigbee. That's right, John. I'm going to plug in this other one and then I'll reboot the whole thing. And if that doesn't work, then we'll have to try and go with the adapter method. We'll see. Hold on. So what is the issue for those of you that know, if anybody has looked it up? So this issue with the blue and the Zigbee dongles, is it because the dongles aren't working on the USB 3 ports? Because looking at the blue, it looks like it's got two USB 3 ports, right? They have the blue stripe inside, and then two that have a white stripe inside. So I'm assuming that those are the older ones, the non-3 version. And I do agree. Let's do a full-on reboot. Let's reboot everything. See what happens. Home Assistant Blue, for those not following along, thank you, Sir Good Enough. For those who are like, what is he talking about? Hacks Shelly versus Shelly integration. Ooh. You know, I've only used the whichever one I did the video about. I thought it was the Hacks integration. But I think if I was going to choose one, I would bet that the integration, the sort of more official integration has probably got some advantages, but I don't honestly know. Is there a value to using a Zigbee dongle over a standalone Zigbee hub? Good question, Jim. Location might be, maybe. Because if you had a standalone Zigbee hub, you could, like the Sonoff Zigbee hub, you could put it somewhere else. So again, if you had a range issue, you could put that Zigbee hub, the Sonoff Zigbee bridge, kind of in the middle of the house instead of wherever your Home Assistant computer is. With a dongle, you're limited. You're kind of stuck with. Well, I guess you could put an extender on, put like a USB cable extender, but otherwise you'd be stuck with putting it wherever your computer is for Home Assistant. Okay, so Raspy's checked out the forums. All right, Luis Stevens, thank you. Could I use the SmartThings hub and not the dongle? Maybe, but I think you would probably. I don't know how reliable the SmartThings hub is. If it's very reliable and the SmartThings integration with Home Assistant is good, then maybe you'd be fine. I don't know the answer to those two things. I haven't used SmartThings for anything. I had a SmartThings device that they gave me, and I gave it away. You think the USB 3 has interference with the 2.4 gigahertz frequencies? Oh, geez. That's a problem. Your first live stream? Louis? Is it Louis or Luis? Thank you for being here in your first live stream. We'll celebrate with unicorns, because when all else fails, or when you're unsure, unicorns. V3 SmartThings is wonky. Oh boy. Are Zigbee hubs all configured the same? Can you use an extra hub as an extender? Louis. Okay, good. All right, Louis Stevens. Thank you. Well, they're not all configured the same. I don't know that you could use one as an extender in that way, because I think the devices have to pair with the dongle itself. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that just came back up. That light just came on. Tomato or tomato? IKEA does sell a Zigbee extender. Yeah, I think the most solid way to do an extender is to do something like an IKEA light bulb or a receptacle. Just it's a smart receptacle, runs on Zigbee, or even a light switch that's in your wall. Like anything that is powered up all the time, that's a Zigbee device, will be incorporated as an extender. There are special firmwares for extenders. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so let's go in here and look at the hardware now, and we'll see if, yes. Oh, yeah. It actually looks like it's recognized them both. So, which is funny because one of them was already on the USB 2, but these are both on the USB 2. So if you're looking at the bottom of the blue, if you're looking at the Home Assistant blue, or let's just look at an Odroid in general, Odroid N2. I don't know if this is the plus or not, but whatever. Oh, look at that. Are they all? Maybe they are. This looks like they're all USB 3. Those look like it's all USB 3. The Odroid N2 and the N2 Plus. Yeah, this is definitely the N2 Plus. It's got, these legs are a lot smaller. So this is the one that I have. And that is very, very interesting. So this looks like they are all USB 3. Well, either way, regardless, they are now recognized. So one of them, this is not the $4 Zigbee dongle, but this is the same as the $4 Zigbee dongle. This is the one that I flashed myself. And so it's the CC2531. That's the $4 Zigbee dongle. This one is the other one. So let's start playing with that one first. For USB 3. Okay, thank you, no thanks. What just happened? Did I just rip a hole in the universe? Let me do that just for fun. You just moved the radio farther from the PWB. Well, maybe that's it. Wow, that's crazy. I really didn't move very far, from one port to the next. But I guess if you use the ports that are closest to the HDMI, so the ones that I have it plugged into right now are these two. So it's working on these two. When I had the Conbi plugged in over here, it didn't work. I wonder what's on the board. So you think it's something over here maybe? Maybe it's these things? These are like inductors or something, right? Maybe that's what's interfering because it's right next to this. But anyways, right over here, it's working right now. Should use a foot-long extension cable. I just got here. Daniel's here, everybody. What? Daniel. What are we talking about? We're talking about Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee. I'll have to play that one 3 or 4 more times before we're done tonight.
Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee.
Tasmota plugs that lost its way and was reverted to AP. I see it on my phone as an AP. I connect to it, but cannot access it going to 411. We'll connect to it. Uh-oh. That's a bummer, Dale. Let me think about that for a second. So, but you are able to, like, you're getting past the password for the access point and connecting. Noisy power supply. I hear some footsteps outside my door. Oh. Anyways. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the integrations page again. Bum. Integrations. And we're going to add a new integration. And we're going to add ZHA. Zigbee Home Automation. Yes! And it recognizes them both. Bum. Yay. Zappy Zaps here.
Daddy.
42.1? Is that really right?
Wearing your green Santa hat.
Holly brought me my green Santa hat. I guess we're close enough to Christmas now, huh?
Yep.
You sure you don't want to wear it?
Yeah.
I'll wear it for now. My head, look, everybody knew it was empty. It's empty. All right, so I'm going to use this one. Thank you, baby. I'm going to use this one. It's funny it says USB 2 serial, but we're going to use that one. Because that's this new one. That's this fancy one. Green screen fail. Yeah, just like this. Do you like my cup? And look at my circuit board. Oh, the green screen. Looks like I hit my head and got bandaged. So I try and keep that up there. No, I can't wear this very long though. It's going to get hot. It's a white headband and a floating ball. Uh-oh. I'm not liking how long this is taking. Surgeon took out the top part. Yeah. Pop my lid. Put the Tasmota question to ask and find me later on Discord. Thank you very much, Sir Good enough, for handling that for Dale. Time to get a blue screen. 10.42.42.1. Really, Zappy Zap Zap? Is that right? I didn't know that was the thing for Tasmota now. Howard Lean says, what's the project I am most proud of to date and why? Uh-oh. Oh. Wait a second. I'll pause. What is this? Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see. Which kind is this? Oh, L Labs. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Easy SP. Silicon Labs. Ember NZ Protocol. L Labs. This is the one I've got. Okay. Port speed. Me? Sure. That seems kind of slow, doesn't it? Oh, well. We'll leave it. It's probably something we can adjust later. It won't connect, so you can't even connect. You can't even connect with the password, huh? Dang, man. Yes, you can install both decons and ZHA at the same time if you have separate dongles. If you have separate dongles. Did I fail? Oh no, failed to connect. Son of a... That's no bueno. You think it's the port speed? Let's see. Okay, so it's this controller right here. So we'll go back there and look and see if it's that controller, because it could be that it's different. But this is the controller that it uses. Well, I don't see anything here that says anything about how to use on Home Assistant. Connected, Zigbee Home Automation. Let's see. Okay, look at that. There's like a whole slew of goo. Did this, did that. Oh. Yeah, that was the one I chose. Oh, yeah, so port speed's different. So let's try that. Wow, that was a pretty good guess, wasn't it? 11.5, 200, right? That's pretty standard stuff. See, that works. Come on, baby. Yes! Wow! I'm a hacker. See that? I figured out that it was the port speed. Good job, me. If YouTube is blurry, click the gear and up the resolution. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Goodenough, because I should be in 1080. Should be able to see all my blemishes. Ooh, what was that? Something just made a funny noise. Did you guys do that? Who made that funny noise? Enzo Matrix. Okay. We're doing good. Oops. Don't fail. Don't fail. Okay, good. I turned off the fail. What is that noise? Who keeps doing that? You don't get to the password part. Yeah. Sir Goodenough's like, I wish. Sir Goodenough, I'm going to give you a webhook, my friend. I'm going to give you a webhook tonight before the night is over. I'm going to give you a webhook. You cheer when something actually works is what keeps me coming back to the streams. It's like golf. It's like golf, M. Joan. You know, it's like, this is what I always said playing golf. If you just get one good shot, the other, 120 may suck. But if you get one good shot, it keeps you coming back next time. Life's little victories. That's right. 4K. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe someday. There it is. There it is. Yay. Huzzah. Now, I need to pair it with something. Let's see if we can pair it with something. I wonder, I guess I could. Difference between this and the Combi 2? I don't know, actually. That's an interesting question. Let's find out. Because the Combi 2, I don't know what chip it uses. My assumption is that it is a different chip than the $4 Sonoff chip. Because for the price, it dang well better be. Or there better be something about it that makes it better. Does anyone know tech specs? So it's not the same chip as this L Labs one, and it is also not the same chip as the $4 Sonoff one. So signal range 200 meters. I think that's supposed to be that's a big benefit of the combi. And my guess is with this chip versus the whatever that one was, the CC2531, you're probably getting better performance. I don't know, more reliable connection, ability to connect to more. Decons on my Combi 2 has been rock solid. Roman keys. Yeah, mine's been pretty good. I don't know if I could say it's been rock solid, but it has been pretty good. Let's see if we can pair this thing with one of my cubes. Because I haven't got to use one of my cubes in a long time. I'm pretty sure they've both gone unpaired now. I can't even tell which one's the newer one. We're going to use the newer one. I think it's this one. Okay. So to pair the cube, let's pair the cube. Oh, the cube. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, or for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say the cube, I mean this. This is the Xiaomi Zigbee Magic Cube. It's basically a remote control. It's a remote control that, you can put it on your desk, and if you spin it, it'll do a different code. If you turn it from one side, if you double tap it, if you slide it, like it does all these fancy things because of like the gyro sensors or whatever it's got in there. So it's a really fun little remote control. As much as I love it, I don't know how practical it is. I gotta say, I guess it's practical as long as it keeps working. Okay. So that's that. Link. Okay. So in my experience, when you're pairing these things, you got to put them pretty close to get them to pair. So the pairing button is right there. We'll turn that camera off, turn that light off, and then I'm going to move the microphone. Okay. Magic Cube, classic Magic Cube stream. Loved that one when you got the codes. Let's see. Okay, dokie. Oh, when I got it working? Was that right? Roman keys? Was that right? Because I got all excited. Getting a live show. Don't get many. Well, Liam, we're glad you're here. Just want to say thanks. You are welcome. Your videos got me into lighting this year, and I put on a small show with my neighbors. Really enjoy it. That's a win. So I've said this a couple times this season. I have spent so much time trying to help others do their shows that my house is not really much. Not really anything other than the roof line right now and the castle in the backyard. But I am going to claim each of your shows. If I've helped you with your show, then I will claim a small portion of that show and add it to my show, and that will make my show colossal. Huh? I am Mark. I love it. Use my Magic Cube to turn my alarm clock off in the morning. You just throw it across the room. Nice. That's awesome. What you got there, Sir Goodenough? Hyperion video helped you out? Good, Gilly, good. Oh, and I was going to play something for Liam because he was new. Oh, that's the Magic Cube video. Okay, thank you. It'll work as a negative. Oh, no. You may want to claim more because yours will work as a negative. Oh, boy. Didn't Pixel Heads design a show for you this year? Yeah, they did. But what they designed was based on props that I didn't end up building. So there was going to be some, I did some of it, but there was going to be, mega trees and loops and matrices and singing heads, and I didn't get to any of that. I send people in X-Lights group to watch videos. Oh, thank you, John. I hopefully have done a good job of getting people to a getting started point, right? We were having a J day in there last night. What does that mean, Jacob? Oh, a heyday in there last night. Oh, in the Zoom room. I should go hang out in there. I just don't. Anyways. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to this Zigbee thing. We're going here. And then we're going to add a device. Yeah? Is that how we did it? I can't remember now. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Dang it. Zigbee. I think it's here, even. System options. I think that's it. Configure. Yeah, that's where you can do it. Okay, configure. In the future, you can change network settings here. Oh, I guess I could do add device right here. Devices, entities. Can't remember how I did this. I guess we're just gonna hit add device. Searching for devices. Okay, let's push the button until it starts to blink. Okay, it's blinking. Okay, I'm gonna put it up next to this guy. Stop blinking. I wonder if my battery's dead. It could be it too. Huh. Getting nothing. I'm getting nothing for Christmas. Can't believe nobody watches my streams for the singing. Dang you. Oh dear. Sorry. No. So it must not be getting into pairing mode. Could try a new batch array. I could leave it for a minute. Let's just see what happens. Whammy! Do I know which firmware the dongle is using? I do not. I do not. But I can post a link and you can poke around. Maybe you can figure it out. I do not know, but it's this one. I've always had to spam the pairing button for it to pair. Is that right? Oh, it's still blinking. It is still blinking. I'm going to set it up here for a minute. Just going to set it there in the vicinity. We'll give it a minute, but it's probably not going to work. I can tell you right now. Refer back to that video to get your cube codes when you want to make it do something. Why not use Zigbee to MQTT? Nuno, I like that ZHA integrates directly with Home Assistant. That's all. I just like that it integrates directly with Home Assistant. I think that Zigbee to MQTT is also a very good option, and I would not disparage it in the least. I wonder if I should. How many volts are supposed to be on this battery? You guys know? Let's just make sure the battery's not dead, because that light didn't blink very much. Three volts, just under 3 volts. It's probably fine. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 volts. Okay, so the battery's not dead. So much for that theory. I can't get the battery back in. Okay. All right. This time I'm going to get it searching. I'm going to get this thing in pairing mode first. And then I'm going to hit search again. Now maybe it'll find it. 3.3 if it's a... Oh, really? Well, then... Well, but it shouldn't... But 3 volts shouldn't be dead, should it? I can try another one. Do you remember which firmware you had? I had the Cube working on the $4 Zigbee dongle and on the Combi 2. And I've had it working with ZHA and decons, both. Yep, spam pairing mode for Xiaomi devices. Let's just keep going again. Pairing mode again. Because when it's going to pair, it should pair pretty quickly. I think. 3 volts is plenty. Okay, thank you, Mark. He loves his Home Assistant. I assume there isn't, but I figured I would ask a large group of people smarter than me. Shake it or tap it or something so that it sends a signal. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. I do feel like if it doesn't find it right away, it's not going to find it, typically. That's been my experience. I had to push the pairing button a few times. I would think I've pushed it enough times, stinking thing. Although I do wonder, because I do have that other dongle in there, and I'm just going to take it out. I don't need it. Hold on. That may be causing interference. Let's get rid of that. So I had 2 dongles in there. Now there's only one. I came up with that word, by the way. Dongle. It's kind of a funny word, isn't it? Oh, that ain't no good. Violent Pooh says, how's the bug? The bug is, it's slow and steady, making a little bit of progress. I did take the battery out and put it back in, you think? Well, let's do this one more time. It's going to take... This is if I had one massive complaint about Zigbee, this is it. And that is, this pairing process is kind of a pain in the butt. Can you show the pairing log? Free 3D? I don't know. I don't know how to see that. I'm going to try that Nuno in a second. I am going to try that, though. Pressing the pairing button or pressing and holding it? I'm pressing it and holding it until it starts to flash. How long should I hold it after that? Usually if it starts to flash, I let go. Oh, it says show logs. Thank you. I remember before you had to like rub it on the dongle. Raymond's here. How's it going, Raymond? Dongles are old. I used them for copy protection in the 80s. That gets clipped. I think you clipped it the last time I said something about rubbing the dongle. Continuously poking the pin. Have you unlinked with the last link as this stops it? Oh, that's a good question. Do I have to unlink it with the other one? That's a good question. I don't think I have. I just figured I could repair it, but maybe I need to unpair it first. I understand, John. You got to go to bed, my friend. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. That's right, Richard. That's right. Nobody remembers that the song about what was that guy's name? The Johnny Be Good guy. He also sang the My Ding-a-Ling song. If you have never heard of it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you gotta Google that. The My Ding-a-Ling song. AutoCAD loved the physical dongle. It's been paired before. You need to make it forget. Chuck Berry, that's the guy. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Jim wins the prize. Close, Gilly. Close. Well, should we try something else? 3 a.m. Where did the last 3 hours go? If you got to go to bed, Mark, I totally understand. And they call him the Streak. One of my friends growing up, his dad had a Chuck Berry tape, and we would go on trips in their van, and he would listen to that Chuck Berry tape over and over again. All right, let's see. Hold on, I got a couple of messages here. For some of those devices, I would have to count to about 2 or 3 seconds. Press the pairing button again. 2 or 3 seconds. Press the pairing button again, and then it would pair. Okay, thank you, James. I'll try that. Out of the freezing window. Can't hurt to try a new battery. Yeah, let's try it. Hopefully I have the right one. 2450. 2450. Whee. Yeah, I'm wearing my pajamas. Nick, it's 10 o'clock for you. It's 8 o'clock for me. Try putting it in pairing and then hit discover. I did it both ways, but I'll do that again. All right, brand new battery. The light looks brighter. Try putting it in pairing and then hit it. All right, let's do that. Okay, pairing, search again. Is there an easy way to do factory settings? Have to forget prior pairings? I don't know, Jake. That's a good question. So usually if it's going to find it, man, it just finds it. Like, phew. I totally understand if you got to get to bed, Tony. I totally understand. Everything I can say is hold it down until it starts to flash. That should reset it to not be paired anymore. Okay. The Waffle House, eating and digesting Zigbee. Oh, nice, Raymond. You're at the Waffle House. That's awesome. Happy winter solstice. That's right. Did you guys, how many of you guys were able to see the, whatever they called it, the Jupiter, Saturn lining up, whatever, Bethlehem, something. You're welcome, Thomas. You're welcome. Need to continuously tap the button. All right. Tap. Let off. 1, 2, 3. Tap. 1, 2. Give it a minute. Problem setting up a Sonoff LAN in Hacks. Best place for info. Well, you could try, Discord. Maybe somebody else can help you there. Either my Discord or the Home Assistant Discord, possibly. Ow, my arm hurts. I'm holding this thing up. What problem are you having? I can't remember setting up. We could set it up though. We could do that as part of this. Note to self: don't buy anything Zigbee. Yeah, unfortunately, Zigbee is not as reliable as I would like. Some things are, right? Like some of the sensors really are, but sometimes these buttons, and then they just come unpaired and this thing ain't want this. Curse you, Perry the Platypus. Let's try pairing something else. Turns out I got a whole bunch of minimally used Zigbee things here. This one looks like it's got a dead battery. And this one's a core. This should work. I just wanted to find something. Find anything. Gee whiz. Before you had to really get it up next to that. So what this is, yeah, you're totally right when somebody says, note to self, don't buy Zigbee. Like, this is the problem. This is a major problem. This is where, certainly where the other options, I don't know how Z-Wave is, but I can tell you for like 433 megahertz or Wi-Fi, which are the other two that I would use. If you have the 433 megahertz stuff, it just puts out its code. There's no pairing involved. It just puts out its code, and you need that code, you get that code. You got a device that reads codes, you're golden, right? And then the Wi-Fi stuff, at least, you can connect them and pair them or not pair them, but you can connect with the Wi-Fi. This thing's not working anyways. Maybe the battery's dead in this one too. That's funny because the light comes on, but it's not doing anything. I ain't doing nothing. Probably this whole box of stuff is full of dead batteries. Oh, this one's doing something. Oh, that's a wise one. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. Let's see. Maybe this one you don't need to do that. Maybe this one all you need to do is squeeze it. Just give it a squeeze. Alright. Just give it a squeeze. I don't know if there's going to be a light come on here or what. I'm not seeing any. How long should these batteries last? They should last for a while. Hey, Jaren. I like ZHA more than decons, but to be honest, if stuff ain't gonna pair, they all suck. Violent Pooh says hardwire everything. That's right. That's why I got all these down here. I got these. I got all these. These are my ESP32s with the Ethernet port. We're going to be eventually getting into that. Check if the device is still detected. I don't think so. Nothing's working. I'm just going to go all Eeyore mode now. Hi, baby. Oh, it's a cute little like candy cane thing on there. You're so crafty. Holly's been making a bunch of crafty necklaces, or not necklaces, bracelets, and other things, bracelets and other stuff too, right? With those little rubber bands, you know. She's crafty. I'm trying to change the battery in this one too. Although I'm just really like. I will quickly lose interest in Zigbee when I can't get stuff to pair. But that's not new. That is not new. Yeah, this one's also 3 volts. So let's see. Bing! I mean, these others, the brand new one out of the package is like 3.2. Can't imagine that make a ton of difference, but I guess it could. Dongle might have not been seen by Home Assistant after you unplugged the other dongle. I don't know. I guess if I go back here and it's still there. Yeah, it still looks like it's still seeing it, I guess, best I can tell. I'm not seeing any light or anything in this one. Should have something so that I know it's working. Oh. Frustration. It showed offline? Did it say offline? Where did you see that, Chris? Remove the dongle and connect again, Nuno? Is the dongle on an extension? No. Yeah, it says office, not offline. Gotcha. Good segue for an update on your room Ethernet connected multi-sensors, right, Howard? On second thought. All right. Well, I will. Let's just look and see if it says it's still connected, and if it does, then we are going to shelf this for the time beings, and we'll come back to it another time. I'll tinker and come back. System, hardware, still there. It's this one. The other one's gone though. This one's here. Okay, so it still recognizes it. Ooh, the Zigbee. Ooh, the Zigbee. Here we're going to do the Zigbee. And right in the middle of the Zigbee, we're going to give them a... Oh, I didn't know that was going to be behind there. What about this one? Is this one going to be in front? Nope, they're all behind. Paul got front and center. USB for Zigbee. USB ports interfere with the Zigbee both. Okay, Shane. Well, I thought maybe I got past that since I got it to recognize it, but I'll try that. I'll try that and we'll see. That is unfortunate, but I'm not sure if I have an extension that I can use, so we're not going to do that anymore tonight. Instead, let's go to Plan B, which was going to be a little bit of NodeRED. Is Blade here? He was. He's probably making dinner again, I understand. He likes making dinner. There are a dozen ask questions. Let's go to the ask questions then. Let's do it. I like it. Thank you, Sir Goodenough. Keeper of the questions. Blade is the keeper of the secrets. Sir Goodenough is the keeper of the questions. Or the tamer of the squirrel, more likely. Okay, questions. Okay, wow, there are a good number of questions there. Fantastic. Okay. Roman Keys says, any experience moving from the circadian component to adaptive lighting if using either? I don't have any experience with that. Are you that sounds like an interesting story behind that. Are you in a place where you don't get a lot of sunlight or something? And so you're trying to make the lighting sort of take the place of natural sunlight? I don't have any personal experience with that. The couple things I'll just throw out there as ideas or thoughts are, I know in WLED, you can certainly set the timers to come on at sunrise and sunset. Of course, you can do that in Home System as well. There's also a fairly new effect in WLED that is the sunrise effect. It is the sunrise effect. Let's see, where is it? I don't know what that's about. Peak. Let's go to effects. There's one called sunrise. You like how I just look right past that? I don't even read it. Sunrise. And it's pretty cool. If you turn up the speed, oh, this peak's not working. There it goes. So I've turned up the speed a lot, but you can kind of see what it does. It sort of starts out as orange and then goes yellow and white and comes up. So that's pretty cool. Like if you have LEDs, in a strip at a window or something, you can set it to slowly run that effect over a few minutes. It's actually going way too fast for me right now. I'd like it to be much slower. Anyways. All right, so that's that question. Let's answer another question. Daniel, which is that Daniel? How it's going to be Zigbee and follow firmware update? Can I also update my switches? And so, okay. How is it going with the Zigbee and firmware update? So the Zigbee update's gone bad. Update my switches and so only the bridge. I'm not exactly 100% sure what you're asking there, Daniel. I guess all I can say there is, as a general rule of thumb, I would say if you get it working, just don't change anything. So if it's working, don't update unless you think that there's some update that you absolutely can't live without. But as far as these Zigbee things and the hub that you have, it's probably fine to just run them with whatever's working. Normal light here, just having a circadian enabled to get some movement in my office and not static light during the day. Oh, that's a good idea. And that would be really kind of cool. Roman keys, that would actually be pretty cool, to have the light sort of change. Even if you just change it from like the soft white to cold white, back and forth, Hue RGB bulbs have an option for different colored white light depending on the time of day in their app. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's go here. I was almost going to jump ahead of Jeremy's question there, but I will get to Jeremy's question. Nick Greed says, during one of the streams, can we go over how to do a light automation in NodeRED that takes the time out of a Lovelace card using an input Boolean? Ooh. So you want to have but you don't want a Boolean because a Boolean would just be on off. But you want an input, like a helper that's a time input. So you can like scroll the wheel and grab a time, and then you want the output of that to go into NodeRED. That's a good one. Yes, I like that request. So when we do NodeRED, and we might not do it tonight, we might still get to do that. But when we do NodeRED, let's do that as one of the examples. We'll see what these other questions are, but if we come back to it, we could go into Home Assistant and make the helper, that would be the time selector, and then we'll have to just take that output and put it into a state node in NodeRED or something like that. Where are we posting questions, Dion? There you go. You do the tilde ask. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, and somebody else is asking, what project am I most proud of and why? Gosh, that's a good question. I guess, I don't know. Let's see. What am I pretty proud of? I am pretty proud of, I'm pretty proud of the lights, because I knew nothing when I started with the lights. With the LEDs on the house, I knew nothing. I just was like, I was starting from scratch, barely had any information about how to make LEDs work at all. So I'm pretty proud that I ended up getting that working. Let's see, what else is there that I've been pretty happy about in the house. I liked. I don't know. I'm gonna go with that for tonight. Ask me in July, and it might be different, because it won't be quite as much LED season, so it might be different then. I got your Christmas lights up and running. Nice, Howard. The shades. I like the shades. Pretty proud of the shades. Oh, you know what? I'm actually pretty proud of the the mechanical window opening systems. I did 2. And what makes me proud about those is that they're completely unique. Like, how many other, ratchet type of mechanical window opening systems do you see out there? The linear actuator was neat too, but, all right, let's go back to this for a minute. Let's see. Okay. How can I have WLED sync to only a couple of WLED nodes instead of all of them? MQTT would be one way, Pat. Yes, but the other way is to change the UDP port. So the way it should work, and we've seen, if you've watched the streams in the last week or so, you've probably seen that mine tend to fail for some reason. And man, I can't approve anybody's stuff in chat. Whatever. So if you go to sync interfaces right here, this number, UDP port, if the devices match, if their UDP port matches, and that could be, it doesn't have to be just 2, it can be 10 or whatever, then they will sync together. If the UDP port is different, then they will not sync together. So in my situation, I've had, well, in the past, it's not working currently for me, and I don't know if it's me or if I don't know if it's WLED. I'm going to say it's me probably, or my network that hates me and hates itself. If you set the UDP port, say in one group of them, like for the inside of the house, you can set the UDP port to be something different, 21.320, and say you got a few different WLED controllers inside the house that run on one UDP port, and they all sync together. Outside the house, you could use this port, which is the default port, and run everything else on the outside. They all have the same UDP port. They will all sync together. But if they don't work, if it isn't me or my network, and it is a current bug in WLED, which I don't know that it is, I probably is not, but it might be. If that were the case, then yes, an MQTT group topic would be the way to do it. Your network hates you too, Alex? How's it going, by the way? You guys buried in snow up there yet? All right. How many more questions? Wow, we do got a buttload of questions. Holy camoles. All right, we can keep answering questions. Is there a third-party app that will map pixels on an indoor tree to make a better show, like the Twinkly Smart Light string offers? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know other than X-Lights, but you would have to build that model more or less yourself, I think, or you'd have to arrange it like it were, as if it were a mega tree. I know that there's, in the long down the road scope of things, I know AirCookie has talked about having some kind of a mapping component, but I wouldn't count on that coming along anytime soon. I don't know how Twinkly does it. I've seen their app, and the way it is, it's pretty cool, but I don't know of anything else that does that. If you guys do, let me know. How do you put a timer on WLED when you use the presets and run a few presets in a loop? How do you put the timer on WLED when you use the preset timer to run a few presets in a loop? Oh, let me think if I read about that or not. So what you're asking, if I'm understanding right, what you're asking is, how do you run these timers and get it to run them in a loop? My guess would be that in WLED, there is going to be a command, the HTTP commands or whatever you want to call them, the REST API commands. In here probably, and I know that's probably burning all your eyeballs out, so let me darken that for you. In here somewhere, there's probably something about a cycle, right? Okay. All right. Preset cycle 2 to toggle. So this will turn on the preset cycle. So what you would do is you would have to make a preset. I've wanted to do this as well, so I'm glad you're asking. Because it's one thing to just have the lights turn on, but it's double cool if you have the lights turn on and it runs your preset cycles, right? So what you would have to do would be to make a, what controller is this? Oh, this is my new matrix. Okay. Oops. You'd have to make a preset. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, you'd have to make a preset here. So you go to favorites and say you make a new preset. Let's just make a new one. Create a new preset. You're not going to use current state. Instead, you're going to put in here a bunch of API command stuff. And what you would do, don't touch your face. What you would do then is use some of these. So let's see, saves current preset, applies the entire preset. Preset cycle, apply brightness, first cycle preset, last cycle preset. So I guess you could set it all up. I don't know. I guess let's assume that you don't have the preset things saved. This is straight from, so Stefan, what I'm doing right now is going to be straight from WLED, not from Home Assistant. So once you set this, it will run off WLED, which is what I love about this, because if your network hates you, like me and Alex, our networks hate each other and themselves and us. Like, for example, my wonderful dragon head that's on our big castle playhouse in the backyard. That thing's dropped off the Wi-Fi. Like, it's like 5 feet seriously away from an access point that I put out there just for that purpose, and it still falls off the Wi-Fi. Okay, whatever. But it's still running. Like, it's still powered up. And because I put in there for it to turn on and turn off at certain times, it does it automatically. I don't have to do anything, and it doesn't have to be connected to the Wi-Fi or Home Assistant or anything else. Okay, so I'm going to assume that what we would want to do here is to turn on preset cycle. So that would be CY equals, CY equals, and then we want it to turn on, so that's going to be 1. Okay. And then we do an AND symbol. And then we can say, let's say we want the first, we want to set the preset span, right? So we want to say which presets do we want it to do. So we want it to start with preset. So P1 is going to be equal to, let's say it's preset number 2. Okay. So we're going to start on preset number 2. And then we're going to have it go until it gets to preset number 7, whatever. All right. And then we can set how long we want it in each preset. So we do PT equals, say it's going to be 5 minutes. Right. And that's it. And that should do it. And then here you can say cycle presets. All right. Now now you can save this, save that preset there. And then you go to the config. Oh wait, which number was that? I didn't catch what number it was. Cycle presets, it's number 6. Okay, that's important. You got to know that that's number 6. So now you go in here to time and macros, and now down here you can say that at whatever time of day, say 6 p.m. Oops, this is where you do the minutes. So 6 p.m. You have it run preset number 6. Okay, that's it. Your cycle is ID 6, and you're cycling through. Oh, that might get weird. You're right, Brett. Yeah. Well, I don't even know if I have that many presets. So yeah, you're totally right. So let's change that. Let's go back here and let's change that. Hopefully it won't matter until it starts to try and run it. But yeah. Very true. Nice catch. Nice catch, Brett. Brett gets this flying fat unicorn for making a nice catch. So I actually only have like presets 1 and 2, and then I have on and off and toggle. So I don't really have very many presets, but we'll go in here and change this preset. Oops, it's loading that preset. I'll make it preset number 2. The other thing that's happening, let's see. So it didn't actually turn it on. Oh, look at that. So what it did was it set this, but it didn't actually turn the lights on. So we may need to add in here t equals 1 to actually turn the lights on. Might be important. Okay, now let's try it. Yep, there it goes. Now, so that's good. So that we did it. First preset, last preset. So I guess I have it set to, oh, I set that to 2 and I set that to 2. Okay, let's set this to 1. And then set that to 2. And then let's set this to 30 seconds so we can actually see the change. But this is it. I'm going to copy this and put it in the chat for you. Good night, Henry. Thanks for being here, buddy. 2 to 7, but still. Good night. Good night. That was a good one. I like that. I like that. Let's, oops. Whoa. It's only going for like a split second and then it's going back. So, oh, in milliseconds. No, those are seconds. What did I put in there? Well, it's not doing 30 seconds. It's going just like instantly. I wonder why. Still, there must be something wrong in my syntax. Huh. Peak. See that? Sorry, you guys couldn't see it, but it's just flipping right back and forth. Power cycle my Pi to get Zigbee devices to pair. Good way to set up different groups of cycles you can switch between, right? Wonder what I'm doing wrong though. First cycle time in each preset. Man, that should be working. I wonder if it has, it may have to do with what is in these. Could it? No. I wonder if it has to do with me turning it on at the beginning. Still doing it. Still doing it. It's just like flipping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. I'll have to ask. Oh, when I do fire, it's doing it too. Huh. Well, anyways, time per preset setting. Try instead of see if it cycles every second. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So it's milliseconds. Yep, that's it. That's it. So this is a typo. It's milliseconds, which I should have known. I should have known. I should have guessed at that. Why am I not familiar with RetroPie? I don't know, Home Ace. You totally should be. I don't think we're going to get to it tonight, but this was one of the things that I had planned for Christmas for the kids was RetroPie. RetroPie is retro gaming on a Raspberry Pi. So it's basically an operating system that comes with a bunch of emulators, and then you can, load the ROMs and select between, a bunch of old systems and play a bunch of fun old games, including arcade games, Intellivision, Atari, Nintendo. They even have PlayStation, Dreamcast, a whole bunch of fun things. So that's what RetroPie is. And I guess it looks like it comes with Kodi as well. So it's pretty cool. And I've got buttons. I got them from Banggood. I got buttons to have like an arcade thing. Daniel, did you just get done building a RetroPie arcade cabinet? I want to see. I want you to share with me, especially ROMs. Oh, the Zigbee! Bobby's here.
Oh, the Zigbee.
Bobby's here, everybody.
Oh, the Zigbee. Oh, the Zigbee.
Bobby is here.
Oh, the Zigbee.
Legally acquired and
Oh, the Zigbee.
properly
Oh,
secured
the
ROMs
Zigbee.
only. International symbol for arcade buttons. You're not good at any of them anymore? Oh, I'm probably not so good at any of them. And I'm sure that they aren't as good as I remember them being also. CNC case for the RetroPie? Heck yeah. I would love to design. I have a friend that has a CNC machine that will cut like 4x8 foot sheets of plywood. So I would love to be able to design a cabinet of my own devising and have him cut it out and put it together for me. You guys are going nuts out there.
Zach's
Okay,
garden
okay.
Did I drink his what?
Did you drink my water bottle?
in our
Because he's
Was it the blue one? The dark blue one?
Dark blue.
The one that has my name and my sticker on it?
No, it doesn't have any stickers on it.
It says das.
Oh, that one? I didn't drink it today.
You
no.
didn't
Last
last
night.
night?
I don't think so. No.
You don't
It
think
was
so?
in our room.
It was so here's the thing. I set it down, right? I set it down and I go off and I start doing some drawings, right? And be productive, right? I'm productive. Now, I get back at like 1, sure. Like 12:30. It's like 12:30.
Give me a kiss. Get out of here.
And then the water
And then I
bottle
come back and the water bottle's empty.
And it's open.
I'm sure it was.
Not him.
I'm sure it was a ghost. I'm sure it was just a ghost. It's haunted.
You owe me water. Reminder.
Oh, you got me on Rob's rum and keys? Okay, yes. Message me in Discord. Let's connect. And Daniel, yes, post in Discord. We should probably have, well, I don't know. Sir Goodenough will go nuts if I say we need another channel. 3D printed arcade cabinet. I could print it a little bit at a time. It could have just evaporated. Robert said so. It was a squirrel, wasn't it? I guess I just go for computer emulator and that's it. Home Ace. I like this thing. This thing's fun. And then, you get the controllers for it and stuff, but whatever. Anyways, when I saw the RetroPie 4 come out, I was like, or the Pi 4, I was like, oh yeah, I got to get a Pi 4 for this. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I don't carve for what? No, for retro gaming. That would probably end up being a den of illicit ROM exchange. You're exactly right, Chris. You are exactly right. Take that sucker in the RV. Oh, okay. Dale has over 300 gigs. Wow. So I was chatting with somebody else. Yep, sounds evil. I was chatting with somebody else in Discord about it because I mentioned it last stream, I think, too. And he said he had a terabyte of games. I only need like 5. The den of ROM iniquity. Questions. Gilly says, read mine. Oh, and look, Gilly, have you had the joust thing there this whole time? I'm just now figuring out what it is. Good night. Good night, Quindor. Have a good night, buddy. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, 1 terabyte of ROMs. Zoinks. Okay, back to asking to the questions. Okay, so we did the pixel mapper. Gilly, yours is after this one, so I'm going to answer this one first. This is Kenzile. I like that. Okay. I have 1000 WS2811 string, Uno, 12 volt, 30 amp, 4 power feeds. First 115 lights work fine. After 115, only get solid color. Assume bad LED controller. Would the bad LED be 115 or 116? It's probably the first one that is not functioning properly. It's probably the one that's bad. That would be my guess. And it could be, if you're just getting a solid color, is that color changing? I guess either way, I would say try and cut out that pixel number 116, cut it out, splice it back together, and see if that fixes it. If that doesn't fix it, then take out pixel 115 as well. Sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. Okay, Gilly, here's your question, Gilly Squeeze. Command off-topic question.
Huh?
Is there a way to lower the delay on Hyperion bias lighting using an HDMI capture card? I have seen some people say that they've had really bad delays. I wish I could say I know how to fix it. I do not. Oops, I just turned that off and then I turned it back on. What are you using? Are you using a Pi Zero? It could be a processing thing. It could be, it could be a processing thing. I don't know what else it could be. The other thing is, how are you controlling it? Is it running directly off of the Pi, like off the GPIO pins, or is it running off of WLED? Because if it's running off WLED, you got several other bounces there that it's got to make. It's got to go to E131 on the controller, and if that controller is like an 8266, it might be struggling to get it there. So you're on a Pi 3. If you're on a Pi 3 and you have it connected directly to the GPIO pin, dang. And you've got it connected to the GPIO pin. Shoot, man. Well, I guess I don't. Trying to decide if I see a delay. I don't notice a delay on mine. Like I'm watching it right now. Man, I don't know. I'm not sure. But what I will tell you, Gilly, is go to in Discord. There is a Hyperion channel, and there are some guys in there that know a lot of stuff. And I know TP Modding is one guy's name in there that I know that knows a lot of stuff about Hyperion and how to make things work. So try TP Modding. Hopefully he can help you. But I wish I had a better answer for you. I'm sorry, I do not. It's just gone. 3:30. Best get to bed. Good night, Tony. I'm surprised you're still with us. I thought you'd have gone to sleep a long time ago. Did I do anything funky with the cube that you use regularly? No. I did do some funky things, and I was using it for a while. I really liked it as a media controller, but I set it off to the side and didn't come back to it for a while. And then I don't know if it was Zigbee was, disc came unpaired, or there might have been a time where Alexa media player was not functioning for a time or two or something, and it stopped working once, and so I just pushed it off to the side of the desk, and I haven't gone back to it. So no, I haven't done anything funky with it. I like, was it Mark that said he throws his cube to turn off his alarm in the morning? I like that one. All right, more questions. Delroy, looking for an RGB light switch to control RGB bedroom lights. Have you seen anything like the one Paul tried? I haven't watched the last few videos of Paul's.
We are creeping up on Halloween.
Whatever you do, don't spend your money on this basura. I can't watch the whole thing, so I don't know what did he find? Is this a new one? This Zigbee switch is from the future. No neutral, no wiring. Oh, you need a no neutral, no wire? No wire? I don't know. I don't know. I know that there are some no neutral Zigbee switches out there. The cube works great as a doorstop, Chris says. Sorry, Delroy. Oh, you just want an RGB light switch to control the RGB bedroom lights. So you just want a button? You just want a button. There are a lot of Zigbee buttons that, and there's bigger ones than this too that look like a regular light switch. It's so bad he called it trash in another language. I didn't even realize I said it in Spanish until now you made me think about it. Fix the typo in the WLED wiki. Yes, thank you, Brett. Excellent. Good has been done today. Bobby made his own no neutral Zigbee wall switch. Wow. I know Sonoff had a no neutral Zigbee switch. I'm sure Tuya, there's some manufacturer of that runs Tuya that probably has a no neutral switch, if that's what you're looking for. Flick is good for enabled buttons. The old Amazon buttons work great. Yep, if you could get them. These Zigbee buttons, if you can flip and get them to flip and pair, flippity flap. Okay. More questions. Andrew Decker. What are you most looking forward to as an integration? What is an epic automation integration that you want to or plan to do? Oh, man. Let's see. This is like those getting to know you kinds of questions, 20 questions. Let's see. What am I most looking forward to as an integration? I would like to see more doorbell integrations, but I don't expect that. That's more the doorbell's faults, the doorbell company's faults than it is Home Assistant. What is an epic automation integration that I want to see or plan to do? One thing that I have been thinking about and scheming about for a couple of years now is an actual physical deterrent to include in an alarm system. Something like, I know when I made my alarm system video a year and a half or so ago, I joked about dropping snakes out of the ceiling. And I don't remember where I showed it, but I know at some point I showed what I was calling the Huckleberry, which is basically just a big Nerf gun with a battery that shoots. And I want to put it on, some motors and camera and first person view and shoot some stuff, right? So yeah, I want something that does something physically, whether it's applies a harmless shock. I don't even if somebody's breaking in my house, I don't care if it's harmless. It's just I want it to be harmless because the likelihood is it will probably hurt somebody who is not actually breaking into the house before it hurts somebody who is actually breaking into the house. But I still want to do it. I did. Dale, did you not see that? Did you not see my my alarm video? That's exactly what mine does. My alarm system, it sends a message that says, the security system has been triggered or activated, whatever. Please enter the passcode or the police will be notified in 30 seconds. Or please enter the passcode within 30 seconds or the police will be notified or something like that. And then I also put in there a dog bark. So I have Amazon Echo say that. And then I have it play a dog barking in another room, just in one room, max volume, dog barking. Woof, 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 woof. So maybe they think there's a dog in the house. And then after 30 seconds, I play a police siren that is coming closer and closer and closer. So, and then my lights, my around the house lights and stuff, they all go red and blue. So things start blinking red and blue, and they hear the police sirens and the dog barking. But I still want it to like spray them with water or throw a net on them, or I don't know what yet. Enhanced security enforcement procedures begin in 10, 9. Yeah, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, if you can hear this message, you are too close to the reactor. Dion, I don't know if that's going to work, buddy. What are you trying to post? You trying to share something with Paul? Something's wrong with links tonight. It's not letting us approve them. So you just post it in Discord for him. Silly string security, nice. Fog machine, ghost sound, burglars hate ghosts. Nice, Gilly. Nice. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Enter the code to disable. I like it, Lucky J. I like it. So that kind of thing. That is an epic automation that I am planning and I would love to see happen. Glitter bomb, fart spray. I haven't watched that Mark Rober video. I'll probably watch it tonight though. His version 3. Oh, that reminds me. Yay. So you guys, we all are the same nerd level. I feel like, right? We're all sort of makers, figure it outers, tinkerers, whatever you want to call us. Right. And so Mark Rober is like everybody's hero, right? Or one of them. And, so if you saw his, thing that he started doing, his little class, he started a class that you could take to like design some things the way he does. And he, it's a couple $100, but to sign up for it, but it's a month-long course that you can sign up for. And, you'll go through, as you go through the month, you make 3 projects and he kind of guides you along, kind of work in teams, pop in on the teams and stuff like that. Anyways, I signed up with 2 of my buddies. So it's going to be fun. Fun. I'm excited. Mark used to live close around here. I don't think he does anymore, but he used to live around here. It is a write-off. You bet it is. That is one great thing about this kind of, I like that, Jeremy. I wish I could approve it, but I can't. But I know what you're getting at, Jeremy, there with the Raspberry Pi motion tracking gun turret. I like it. I've seen those, and at the time when I saw them, I was like, I can never get anything like that to work. But I've learned a bit now. Maybe I can. Sorry, Raymond. The links, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube tonight, but I cannot approve any links. I apologize. But you can, that's the glitter bomb video. Oh, gotcha. You can always post them in Discord. You should see them there. Everybody should see them there. Let's see. Oh, nice. I like it. TY Row. So tell me what your name is in YouTube so I can put the chats together. I know we were talking about that already. Okay, let's see. I was going back to the questions. Questions. We've just done questions. We haven't done any NodeRED at all. None at all. Blade would be so disappointed. But Sir Goodenough's having a good night, huh? Because I'm answering a ton of questions. I'm doing it right. Dion Delroy in Discord. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Oh, good. Sir Goodenough's been taking out the questions that I answered. Oh, thank you, sir. SG. Doing clean. I think I might have. Oh, I don't want to. Never mind. All right. Doing clean install on Odroid. Can't remember how to get themes working from hacks. Any pointers, please? I don't remember either. So let's look at it. Man, that's ugly. I gotta have to put a real thingy on there. Okay, let's see. Themes. Oh, I think you front end. So front end is where they are. I thought, yeah. So you just install. And then you select them in your, you select them down here in your little icon of your person. Oh, learn about themes. Back in. So, okay, so this is where you're stuck probably, right? It's not doing it. Setting themes. Service, you can do this, service set theme. Manual theme. When themes are enabled in the configuration.yaml file, a new option will show up in the user profile page. You can then choose any installed theme from the drop-down list and it will apply it immediately. I wonder if it has to reboot because it probably checked. The reason it's not giving me anything here is because it didn't see anything. There was nothing in that directory. So let's restart real quick. We'll restart and then we'll see if it checks those again. Reload the themes.yaml file, which I think you'll have to reboot. Okay, there you go. Home Ace, did I answer your question? Maybe that's why it disappeared. Have I played with the ESP32 Ethernets? Not yet, Chris, not yet. They're taunting me. I might not be able to get to them until like New Year's because my oh, Daniel, is that your RetroPie? Oh, cool. Yeah, I might not be able to get to him until New Year's because this week is going to be nutso. Nutso. It's mucho nutso already at work. I was supposed to be done at like 2 or 3 today, and instead I got home at like 6. Nope. Did it restart? I thought it did. Where do you order the Sonoff ZB Mini? I would guess you can order directly from IT website. Mike Tennell, good morning. Are you just getting up? I don't know why it's not loading. Let's there should be a way to reload. Is it here? Where's that place that lets you reload all these things? Reload. I don't remember seeing it. Okay, now it says connection. Maybe it's going to include the directory and the configuration. I would expect it to be there. I would have thought it would be there. Like, I would not expect that would need to be. Because if this part's here, yeah, that's really weird. That is really weird. That seems to me silly that you would have to edit the YAML. Let's see if mine doesn't say. See if mine doesn't say front end. Let's go to VS Code and go to the configuration.yaml. And it doesn't say front end. Okay, well, we're going to just try this. Front end, like that. And then we're going to save it. Control S. And then we're going to go back here again, and we're going to restart again. Restart. Maybe that is what you need to do. That's so weird. I wonder why you would need to do that. So I'm never in the wrong channel. All right. JD, trying to create a manual of on-off switch for a NodeRED automation. Have created a helper in Home Assistant, but I'm struggling to get it working in NodeRED. You know what, JD? That was kind of along the lines of what we were talking about with somebody else earlier with the selecting a time. So maybe we can look at that for a minute. What's a smart multi-switch I'd recommend which still has a physical switch? I don't know about multi-switches. I I would defer that question to DigiBlur because he has taken apart more smart switches than anybody I know, certainly more than I have. So I could tell you what few I've used, and I've had some success, maybe not always as successful as I would like. But I know that there are brands out there that are probably better made than others. Martin Jerry seems to be a brand that I think is pretty good. But beyond that, I would have a hard time saying, GoSund is another one that I know I've heard of that has been pretty good. But I wish I could tell you. I haven't played with them enough. Okay, let's see if it's here now. Nope. Still not there. So does that mean, is there nothing in my themes folder? I downloaded that theme, but it should have gone in the themes folder. Oh, there's the theme in there. What else am I missing? Name to use in the front end. Optional. So we don't need the themes map. What the hey, eh? You think so? That's so weird, Lucky J. Why would it need that? You're right. Let's do that. Let's put that in there. You have to change the path to get it to read. That is so strange. Oh, no. Well, there goes tomorrow. I just got a text that there's going to be a liver transplant. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well. All right. So what everybody's telling me here is to do the front end. This themes include directory merge named themes. So let's go here again to Visual Studio Code. It's so strange to me that would be required when that drop down is there. Like I would think that has become enough of a part of Home Assistant that it should be in the main, the main few things that you set up in the configuration. Like this starts out with groups and automations and scripts and scenes with an include. So I would think maybe that would be it there too, but apparently it's not. So let's try it. Control S, save that. And then, oops, keep hitting that. And then go back here. And then go to server controls and check and restart. Okay. All right. Alex, have a good night, my friend. You have to tell it where to look. Yeah. I would have thought that would have been part of it. That would have been part of the stock config, but I guess not. Chris says, do I plan to use my Culp controllers for Valentine's Day lights? No, but maybe I can have a show for 4th of July. I think realistically, I think it's going to be 4th of July before I get out and do any major upgrades on my light show. Uh-oh. Just started my Home Assistant VM. Now I get the Home Assistant CLI is not running. Jump into emergency console. Oh no, Dale. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, I could have just done that in VS Code, huh? Thank you, Zappy Zap Zap. I just did that before, huh? Frank told me about, or somebody else told me about that. Maybe it wasn't even Frank. Okay, now let's look at it again. This is the last time I'm checking this doggone thing. Yep, there it is. Okay. So you guys were right. You're right. You're totally right. So I tell my wife all the time. You're right. You're totally right. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? Key to happy marriage. Right there. I don't actually like that theme, but. So there you go. Who was asking about themes? Was that Dale? Used a current backup and rebooted. Okay, good. Okay. So there you go. This thing is lag-elated. Why are you so slow? Should not be so slow. Back end selected. Shouldn't take this long. There we go. Okay, well there's that. Nope, I have themes. It wasn't Dale, it was somebody else. Okay. And we're down to the last question, and that was Dale. And Dale, I'm gonna say what you should probably do is reboot from a backup. Load a backup and reboot. That's what I would say. Goliath from Mexico. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Kevin. Okay. We did a pretty good job on those questions. We did a pretty good job on those questions. What do you got here, Delroy? Oh, whoa. Wall-mounted smart panel control. Whoa. Wow. So that looks pretty neat as far as controllers go, but I have no idea what it's going to do. Looks like it's 2.4 gigahertz RF. I suppose, you know what? If this is just a battery-powered RF switch, I wonder if you could steal the codes. I don't know. I wonder if you could steal the codes for that. Egads. Egads. Somebody just subscribed, so let's give them a celebration. And then I guess that's probably all we're going to have time for tonight. First, we're going to get RetroPi. I'll donate. Let's get it for the 4 and the 400. Oh, let's see how my 3D print turned out. Let's check it. It should be done. And it is. Yay! Let's see how it fits now. Let's see how it fits. Everybody's going to want to watch. This is going to be so amazing. Okay. Oh, yes. I don't know what it's hitting, but it's stuck. And it's not lined up with the button. And what made it stick? Oh, is it the USB port? No. Dang, it needs to go in a couple more millimeters. Oh, I know what it is. It's the... Oh, okay. It's these things on the back here. Well, we know what to do with those. Let's try not to short this out. They're like, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Yes, that'll work. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Except I was a little bit off on my button. But look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh, like a glove. Well, there will come a day if you pick up one of these Pixel Pro version 3s. Maybe we'll have a nice little case like that. I got to move that buttonhole a little bit. But the buttonhole, I do have it set so I can press and hold it and it will turn off. I can press and hold it and it'll turn on. So I wanted it to be lined up right with this hole. You'd still have to kind of stick something down in there, but it should still work. But man, that's nice. That is nice. Mucho niso. Wow, that's bright. That matrix is bright. Okay, turning that off. All right. Well, there you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yusuf, this is just I just 3D printed a little case for my latest prototype of my little LED controller, the Pixel Pro, this little thing. It's something similar to, I made a little video on it on the store, but it's similar to I would say it's similar to a Digi-Uno. It's similar in that it's also an LED controller, but it's got some differences. That is PLA, yes. A little chip to snap in there. You mean a little clip to snap over the front end like this part, you mean? So good enough? Where would you put it? I actually think that looks really good. Golly. It's rare that something comes out that nice. Drill it. All right. Is it powered up? Yeah, it was powered up. Yeah, it's PLA. Yes, it is. All right, guys. Well, I am tired. Let's call the kids in for sign-off. What do you say? That was a fun stream. Sir Goodenough, thank you for all the work that you do to make sure that those questions... Oh, you mean something that snaps on the open end. Yeah, that would be a good idea, huh? Something that just snaps over the top. The open end is pretty full. But yeah, it wouldn't be bad to put something on there that would snap on there, huh? And maybe would cover the top, like something that snaps on and goes over the screw holes. Oops, you can't see. Yeah, something that snaps on and incorporates the wires and covers the screw hole and covers this. Maybe. All right. That was a great stream. So we have done 11 streams for the 12 streams of Christmas. Can you imagine that? Doesn't have to cover it. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm actually quite impressed with how much it's covered because, you know, I guess you could say maybe the wires are exposed. Maybe this is a little exposed. You know, it's not trying to be waterproof. It's just so you don't get anything accidentally touching the circuitry or anything. But man, that thing's nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it mucho. It needs a big old DrZzs logo on it. Oops. Kids are going to come running in now. I hit the sign off button. It needs a big DrZzs logo on there. Oh, the kids aren't going to come running in. Where's the sign off? Did it say sign off?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. It didn't say it in here for some reason. Now I hear it. Thanks. I accept karma on Discord, by the way. I'll give you lots of karma.
Time to sign off.
It's time for sign off. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the stream.
Yeah, this is our last.
No, there's one more stream of Christmas, but if I can, I will definitely stream.
When is the last?
I'll stream 13 or 14 if I have the days. Like, we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow if I end up having to work during the day and do a liver or whatever. I may not be able to stream tomorrow, but you do need the logo on there, don't we? Only happy little accidents. That's right. Happy little accidents. Okay. So it's time for sign off, kids. How do you want to sign off tonight?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Let's.
Gingerbread man being cooked.
Like a gingerbread man? Sign off like a gingerbread man? Okay, everybody get in here so you can see. Like the gingerbread man from Shrek. Okay, ready? As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. Oh, you ate my hand.
Oh my
Not the gumdrops. Not my gumdrops.
Dr. Peppo.
Ooh, we'll have to do a Bob Ross sign off at some point too, so good enough. Okay.
Dr. Peppo.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. To Discord.